To the Minister for Workplace Relations and Safety, what recent announcements has the government made about delivering on the ACT National Coalition commitment to reform health and safety law and regulations?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Brooke van Velden.
Mr Speaker, the ACT National Coalition commitment set the ambitious task of reforming health and safety law and regulations. We're only halfway through the week, but I can tell you this week is a week of health and safety announcements. So far, I've announced that Cabinet has agreed to a carve-out for small, low-risk businesses from general health and safety at work requirements, free up land for recreational use by ensuring landowners will not be responsible if someone is injured on their land while doing recreational activities, clarify the distinction between governance and operational management health and safety responsibilities to reduce directors' fear and risk of overcompliance, make critical risk the primary purpose of the Health and Safety at Work Act, and clarify the boundaries between the Act and regulatory systems that already manage the same risk, and set up a hotline for reporting excessive road cone use. This is just the start of the reform program that will be over the next coming months.
Supplementary. How do the announced changes respond to feedback received from the Health and Safety Roadshow?
Mr Speaker, last year I travelled the country from Whangarei to Bluff, hearing directly from businesses, workers and iwi about their experiences with the health and safety system. I had the privilege of talking to everyone from farmers to tradies to road workers. I heard that while larger businesses may be able to afford to hire dedicated health and safety professionals, small businesses in particular can struggle to get the information they need to ensure they are compliant, and can also struggle with the costs of compliance. I also heard concerns that the scope of workplace health and safety obligations is creeping into unintended areas of life, from hiking to Santa parades. My announced changes will reduce tick-box health and safety activities and give workers assurance that their workplaces are prioritising the right actions to protect them from harm.
Just a bit of conciseness and answers would be useful. Cameron Luxon.
What differences will workplaces that are small, low-risk businesses experience as the result from these announced changes?
I know the struggle small businesses face in dealing with red tape and regulation, and this change will help them focus on what matters most. What these changes mean in practice is that businesses would no longer need to worry about putting up signs warning workers that the water coming out of a hot water tap is hot, or that they should hold onto the stair banister. If a worker is working from home, businesses would no longer need to have a plan for how to deal with the risk that the worker might get lonely. I want to see small businesses focusing on the critical risks, dangerous machines, hazardous substances, and other risks that can cause serious injury, illness, or death.
Supplementary. How will the announced changes reduce excessive use of road cones?
WorkSafe will be manning a hotline for the public to report on excessive road cone use. It will then be WorkSafe's job to provide confirmation and guidance on instances of road cone overcompliance to help NZTA bed in the new risk-based temporary traffic management guide. Having WorkSafe focus on this pilot for 12 months will be a culture shift for the agency, but it signifies the broader direction this government is taking the health and safety system.
Supplementary.
Yeah, good. And then we'll have a concise answer.
Thank you. How will the announced changes improve access to land for recreational use?
Mr Speaker, this week I announced that Cabinet had agreed to the legislative change so that landowners will not be responsible if someone is injured on their land while doing recreational activities. I've heard from a wide range of representatives of the Kiwi public who believe these changes will improve access to land for their particular recreational hobby, from deer stalkers to the Federated Mountain Clubs of New Zealanders. And I expect that hikers, trampers, fishers, deer stalkers, people who love the great outdoors will have more access to it.